Hello everybody and welcome to another video. So in this video we're going to have a little look at the new Space Marine detachments. Yes, that's right. Games Workshop dropped an article this week regarding the new detachments for Space Marines and give us a little bit of a teaser of how they're going to work. So we're going to jump over there now and have a little look. So yay, the new detachments. And there's quite a lot of them, to be completely fair. And from the general gist of it, it's kind of like the detachment will kind of be the replacement of what the old chapter tactics were. So which is kind of cool because they're not like locked into that chapter anymore. So if you want to play like a Iron Hands army that's more siege focused and siege breaking, then there's going to be a detachment there for that. If you want to play a first company army, so Terminator's Stern Guard, there is obviously a detachment for that too, which is pretty cool. So there's going to be 6 new detachments to join the Gladius task force, adding opportunities for characterful thematic forces specializing in vanguard troops, lightning assaults, and close range firepower. I really like this, and I really quite like the detachment system that they've brought into 10th edition, and I think this is a really cool way of how to build on that for Space Marines, rather than just be like, here's your one rule. You've now got multiple ways of playing your favorite Space Marine chapter, which is really awesome. So obviously, first things first, as everyone was probably suspecting was going to happen, Oath of Moment for your army has changed. So you still select one unit each turn to be your target, but now you only re-roll hit rolls against them instead of hit rolls and wound rolls. This means that Space Marine players need to choose their target more carefully. There are new updated skills across the faction to bring the opportunities for rerolls, wounds, rerolls. So basically, how it currently works in the index is you pick a unit in your enemy army, and for that turn, basically, you basically just absolutely ruffle stomp it with rerolls. So they've kind of changed it now, so it's only rerolls to hit. Which is good. It definitely needed to be changed because it was stupidly overpowered. By the way, I love that picture. Like that picture there of all of the new Terminators and the new Terminator Captain and the new Chaplain with the Dreadnoughts and the Stern Guard and the Command Squad. That is so good. I really love that. I'm getting quite excited about the new Terminators, I'll have to admit. So yeah, there's a little video with Stu Black talking about all the different detachments. I'm not going to really go into it. We'll go through the article. So let's look at some of the new detachments. So the first company, basically, in this detachment, gives you the opportunity to basically play the new Terminators, Stern Guard veterans inside the Codex, as well as Blade Guard and Vanguard veterans. Interesting that they mention Vanguard veterans being a firstborn unit. Hopefully they'll get changed to Primaris at some stage in the very future. So their rule that they're going to get is... once per battle in your command phase, you can use this ability. If you do so until the start of your next command phase, each time a model from your army with the Oath of Moment ability makes an attack that targets your Oath of Moment target, you can re-roll the wound rolls as well. So first company, getting that re-roll to wound back into it, but it's only once per battle. So you're still going to get every turn to re-roll hits against your chosen target with Oath of Moment. But this, you're going to get to do it once per battle. So if you really want that unit dead, this is the rule to do it. So it's going to be kind of interesting how that's going to build into it and how you're going to be able to sort of, build into that one. So there's 3 of the 4 enhancements. There's Iron Resolve, which gives characters a Feel No Pain 5+, which is kind of cool. Allows a model to extend its own boost to the entire squad. So you give it to the hero, and then the entire squad will get a Feel No Pain 5+. That's nice for once per game. That's pretty cool. Their experience keeps them cool under pressure, and enemy charges are also blunted with the Legendary Fortitude. So I kind of like that. And Legendary Fortitude is a new stratagem. So in your opponent's charge phase, just after an enemy unit ends a charge, one Terminator, Blade Guard, Stern Guard, or Vanguard unit from your army with engagement range of that enemy unit until the end of the turn. Each time an attack is allocated to a model in your unit, subtract 1 from the damage. So 1 CP minus 1 damage built into that detachment. That's kind of nice. So that's not all. We also have the Firestorm Assault Force, which obviously, as you can guess, is kind of based around the Salamanders, and it's a close range eradicators. Again, grants the assault keyword to all weapons, letting units advance without losing their ability to shoot. That's really cool. And once they get close enough, the extra pip of strength puts many weapons over critical threshold for damage. Ooh, nice. So this is be interested to see what units that this is going to be building into, but it's definitely close range firepower. So the detachment rule is range weapons equipped by Adapters Astartes units. Doesn't actually single out any other unit, just Adapters Astartes units. From your army have the assault ability, and each time an attack made with such a weapon targets a unit within 12 inches, add 1 to the strength characteristic of that attack. That is nice. I quite like that. Nothing like a close range firefight with Space Marines. So your Eradicators will love how their Strength 10 melter rifles do a much better job, boring through Toughness 10. Really cool. And then you also get an item. So we get the War Tempered Artifice. So Adapters Astartes infantry model only, so you can give it to as a Gravis Captain if you want. Add 3 to the strength characteristics of the characteristic of the bearer's melee weapons. So plus 3 strength. Now, if I remember rightly, that power sword is user strength. So it's going to be like strength 4. So he's essentially going to be like strength 8. Strength 8, strength 7. Or maybe a little bit higher. And that power fist is going to be pretty powerful as well. So that's a really nice little weapon. That's a nice little enhancement to really sort of turn a blender into an even bigger blender. That's quite nice. Very nice. And I do love that captain. Although I'm going to be getting a Terminator captain for my Howling Griffins. So the detachment is also great for any chapter that likes to move quickly and smash vehicles in close combat. White Scars particularly get a lot of mileage from the assault ability on their Outriders and Invader ATVs, letting them position for future charges without losing vital firepower. Cool. While Iron Hand's armies packing plenty of dreadnoughts can reap benefits of boosting strength while locked in close combat, thanks to the big guns and never tire. So lastly, and for today, we return for the old faithful Gladius Task Force. So the Gladius Task Force is basically currently what the Space Marines are using, and it's they get returning to the fold with some enhancement stratagems and combat doctrines detachment ability you know and love. The Gladius Task Force remains an adaptable take-all-comers army which supports any kind of unit. The Armor of Contempt stratagem is now found across all 7 Space Marine detachments. It's the Space Marine signature. So this is going to be across all detachments. So when your opponent's shooting phase or the fight phase, just after the enemy unit has selected the target, 1 Adapters Astartes unit from your army that was selected as a target of 1 or more of the unit's attacks until the end of the phase. Each time an attack targets your unit, worsen the armor penetration characteristic of that attack by -1. Now, here's a question. They've said that Armor of Contempt is now across all 7 Space Marine detachments. So, this stratagem is a battle tactic, and this stratagem, battle tactic. I think with the new FAQ you can't use 2 battle stratagems at the same time, because that could have been really interesting to get -1 rend and -1 damage for 2 CP. I reckon that would be a little bit overpowered. So yeah, maybe not. So that's it. That's really cool. I'm getting really pumped for the Space Marine release. I'm really getting quite excited about it. I've got quite a lot of Space Marines put to one side, ready to go. I've got like 15 intercessors to paint up as Howling Griffins. I've got a unit of Stern Guard that I'm clearly working on. I do have a captain in power armor, the relic one with the shield, but I would really prefer a Terminator captain, because why not? The new Terminators look amazing. And I'm definitely going to be leaning into the First Company detachment, because I like Stern Guard and I like Terminators, and that's why they're just so cool. And Dreadnoughts are pretty cool as well. So yeah, that's the video. So if you like what I do, please subscribe to the channel and like the video. Drop a comment if you're excited about the new Space Marine release, and yeah, give us a thumbs up and ring that bell, and I'll see you in the next one, peeps. Goodbye for now.